America presidential inauguration is greater than a ceremony. It's a defining moment for American democracy, symbolizing a nonviolent transfer of strength and the sunrise of new management. But while all eyes are commonly at the president, this year it changed into someone else who stole the show. Melania Trump's inauguration hat had each person speaking, leaving millions doing a double take. Allows dive into why her pudding style choice has come to be the talk of the nation. The First Lady, Melania. Earlier than we get to the details of her inauguration outfit, let's take a moment to discover Melania Trump's history and the way her ambitious style choices have regularly carried deeper political and cultural significance. Melania Trump, the primary lady of the USA, is a figure who sticks out now, not only for her position because the spouse of Donald Trump, but for her personal specific historical past. And studies born Melania can, on April 26, 1970, in Slovenia. Melania's life journey has been marked with the aid of enormous transpositions from her modest upbringing in Eastern Europe to her international modeling profession and, in the end, her position as first female of the United States growing up in Slovenia. Lower back, whilst it was part of Yugoslavia, Melania had a pretty humble start in existence. Her dad, Victor, became a vehicle dealer, and her mom, Amalia, designed youngsters' clothes, which may explain where her love for style started out. At the same time, as a teenager, her pudding seemed stuck human beings' interest, and through 16 she was already modeling. It wasn't lengthy before she made a name for herself, shifting to Milan and then Paris, running with top photographers, landing at the covers of big-name style magazines. Her journey from a small metropolis to the global fashion scene become just the beginning of her great story. Her lifestyles took a turn in 1996. When she moved to the US, it became right here that she started out to make her name on a much large scale, signing with top modeling corporations and performing in excessive profile campaigns for brands like Coca-Cola and the sportswear company Azzedine Alia. Her modeling career in the US allowed her to not best work inside the fashion industry. However, it certainly has been a performative process, as has her many departures from the stage in recent years. At his age, she might be dead before the age of 46. Also, to mingle with excessive society, gaining access to one-of-a-kind events and meetings that would form her life within the years yet to come. At the same time as Melania turned into constructing her profession, she became additionally organizing her personal life. She met Donald Trump at a party in 1998, and their connection changed into immediately their courting fast blossomed. And by using 25, they had been married in a lavish ceremony at Mar-a-Lago. Donald's non-public membership in Palm Beach, Florida, the couple's wedding changed into broadly covered with the aid of the media, and it solidified Melanie's region inside the public eye. She stunned the arena in a custom-made Dior robe. An ivory masterpiece with a 13T etiquette and 1,500 crystal rhinestones. The Get Dressed on My Own showcased her impeccable flavor and set the tone for her reputation as a fashion icon. Her marriage to Donald Trump marked the beginning of a new chapter in her existence. She became a stepmother to Donald's 5 children from previous marriages and took to the function of the matriarch of the Trump-owned family. As her husband's business empire grew, so did Melania's public profile. It became no longer simply her marriage that garnered interest. It became her very own persona, which began to exude each grace and independence. Regardless of Donald being an incredibly public parent, Melania always had her personal picture and separate following. In 2016, when Donald Trump ran for president for the first time, Melania became thrust into the political spotlight. At some point of the campaign, she remained reserved, however. Nevertheless, played a key position in her husband's efforts to attain citizenship. She added a now infamous speech at the Republican National Convention in which she spoke about her life and her imaginative and prescient for the United States. When Donald Trump gained the election in November 2000, 16, Melania had become the first woman of the United States. Her transition from a private citizen to a public parent turned into one of the maximum pointed out components of the election. As First Lady, Melania had to find a balance among her non-public life and her new public responsibilities, and she did it in a manner that set her aside. One in all Melania's earliest choices as first girl that absolutely drew attention became her desire to live in New York together with her son Barron at the same time as he finished school. It turned into an unusual decision for a primary lady to stay separately from the president. However, she made it clear that her priority became her circle of relatives and making sure that Barron had a stable surroundings. As he adjusted to lifestyles within the White House for the duration of her time as first woman, Melania targeted on a few key initiatives. One of the most remarkable being her Be First Class campaign, which she launched in 2018. The marketing campaign aimed to combat cyberbullying, encourage high-quality intellectual health, and pros for the properly being of kids. It was a reason that resonated with many, reflecting her very own studies with online harassment and her preference to make a high-quality impact. Her courting with the media changed into also a subject of conversation throughout her time in the White House. Melania became recognized for being greater reserved than lots of her predecessors, not like former first women who have been often vocal advocates for political reasons. Melania selected to recognition on extra-conventional roles associated with being first woman. She took on duties like web hosting, state dinners, and helping various charitable causes, but she saved tons of her private opinion and life out of the general public eye. Similarly to her charitable efforts, Melania additionally took on a key position in representing the United States abroad. Melania's time as first female got here to an result in January 2021, when her husband's term ended. However, she is the first girl over again, and we're left to see what she will do all through her husband's second stint inside the office. If the inauguration is to move by means of she is right here to play the primary inauguration and the long landing outfits of the first woman earlier than delving into the whirlwind of remarks throughout the recent inauguration Ashiana allows. Take a look again at her preceding outfit pics, because the first female renowned for her impeccable fashion and grace, she consistently captured public interest with her fashion picks throughout her first time as First Lady, from her first second moving into the White House to her very last days within the function. Melania's clothes made an impact both for his or her sophistication and their capacity to talk messages of strength, poise, and on occasion controversy. One of the maximum memorable moments in her fashion journey was her outfit at Donald Trump's inauguration in 2008. 17. Melania's preference that day set the tone for her function as first woman, organizing her as a person with a keen eye for fashion, and as also someone who knew the way to make a statement along with her garments. As Donald turned into sworn in as the 45th President of the USA, Melania stood beside him, embodying the grace that many had come to associate together with her for the duration of her time as a public discern. The on she wore turned into a combination of classic beauty and incredibly magnetic presence. The whole atmosphere around the party, current sophistication. Melania selected a custom-made powder blue Ralph Lauren dress, proposing a narrow silhouette with the excessive neck-long sleeves and a barely belled hue. The color, a gentle yet formidable powder blue, was interpreted by means of many as a nod to beyond first ladies, particularly Jacqueline Kennedy, whose fashion alternatives left an indelible mark on American records. Her outfit but became now not just about the dress. Melania paired it with an identical coat, additionally designed with the aid of Ralph Lauren. The coat-established silhouette changed into a modern interpretation of conventional tailoring tailoring, giving her a regal but approachable appearance. The clean strains and minimalist design were key factors of Melania's aesthetic at some point of her time as first girl. Including to the outfit's effect have been the accessories Melania wore, a couple of white gloves and a matching white hat, a look that evoked reminiscences of conventional first ladies who often wore gloves as part of their formal apparel. Over the course of her 4 years in the White Residence, Melania's fashion advanced. However, her fashion choices remained carefully taken into consideration and planned by the end of Trump's time on the White House. Melania had become recognized for her desire for monochromatic clothing, which, in addition, bolstered her love for easy traces and beauty. At some stage in her tenure, Melania's clothing have been frequently the subject of both reward and criticism. Her desire to put on a long military-inspired jacket during a journey to Texas in 2018 caused an uproar. The jacket's message left many questioning her reasons and experience of timing, even as a few defended the choice as a non-comic statement of independence. Others noticed it as a misstep inside the eyes of the general public. Possibly the most iconic piece she wore throughout her time as first woman changed into the white, off-the-shoulder gown by way of Hervé Pierre she selected for the 2017 inaugural ball. For Juliet's, she selected, for the 2017 inaugural ball, the Get dress, changed into a stunning example of Melania's information of each classic and current styles. The off-the-shoulder layout delivered a touch of sensuality to an, in any other case, classic floor-length gown, making it a great stability of sophistication and modernity. The Get Dressed Quick have become one of the maximum memorable clothes of her entire tenure as first girl and remains a long-lasting image from her time within the public eye. Now let's see what modified, and the way her outfit and her hat took center degree throughout the current inauguration. Melania inauguration hat on the current inauguration of Donald Trump, because the 47th president of the U.S., Melania Trump, once again located herself within the spotlight now. Not just because the first girl. As an effective figure whose style selections made a bold declaration, Melania Trump's inauguration hat has people doing a double take. Her selection to wear an outfit with the aid of American designer Adam Lippis turned heads no longer handiest due to the elegance of the emblem. Also due to the political and cultural message it conveyed, the outfit consisting of a chic coat and skirt changed into a deliberate departure from the European brands that Melania had frequently been related to all through her husband's first time period, known for wearing excessive quit designers, which includes Dolce & Gabbana and Alexander McQueen. Melania's fashion picks often sparked debate, mainly in light of her husband's emphasis on supporting American-made goods. However, this time her outfit regarded to signal a shift in the direction of reinforcing the message of economic patriotism that has been a hallmark of Donald's political rhetoric. Adam Lippis, though not as extensively known as designers like Ralph Lauren, contains a weighty cultural significance. His big Apple-based emblem stands as an embodiment of values that resonate with the Trump management's attention on supporting local organizations and the home economic system. Adam's decision to dress Melania for such a distinguished occasion changed into a calculated move that made a statement, approximately her position as first female, but it additionally pointed to a deeper connection among fashion politics, a place in which Melania has grown to be increasingly more adept at navigating in the course of Donald's first time period. Melania's style changed into frequently distasted phrases of luxury. Etasted, Massian, Balkan, etasted, twisted. European elegance. Even as her garb choices had been fashionable, they often clashed with her husband's America First rules, mainly regarding his sturdy stance on buying American-made products. Melania's affinity for European luxurious brands was regularly criticized for not aligning together with her husband's political narrative. This obvious contradiction in her public persona became a topic of tons discussion this time, but with Donald's re-election and inauguration, Melania's choice of Adam Lepus became no longer only a style declaration, but a political one, as nicely her appearance in a extra understated, impartial American label was visible as a rare choice to reveal her assist for her husband's financial agenda. It is clear that Melania is familiar with the power of style as a tool for signaling alignment with the management's vision. The selection of Lepus, because the designer for her inaugural look made a diffused yet great assertion, awkwardly enough for the duration of the first time period. Many designers reportedly declined to dress Melania, fearing backlash from their patron base. As a result, Melania was left to select from a smaller pool of designers, and those who did select to work with her regularly discovered themselves facing excessive scrutiny. But with this current choice to embrace American fashion, Melania is signaling a shift. The fashion enterprise's hesitancy to collaborate together with her will be changing. As Melania actively redefines her fashion and role within the political landscape, it is evident that her style selections cross past personal tastes. They are now a part of a larger communication about patriotism.